Hello, folks. Welcome once again to your NFL weekly game picks and predictions. I hope you had a wonderful game week last week, and for this week we're going to jump straight into it. So we're going to go to American football here. As you know, we're using the Betway site for our odds. So we're going to head straight into it. This week we're going to start on Thursday, but we're going to have a number of games on Saturday, which is Christmas Eve. I think we have 2 or 3 games on Sunday, and then we're gonna top it off with Monday Night Football. Alright, so as you can see, majority of the games will be on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday, and 1 on Monday as usual. Yeah, so we have a lot of Saturday football this time around. So you have those big barbecues, yeah, wherever you are in the world. Yeah, so we're just gonna get straight into it, and we're going to start with the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the New York Jets rather. On Thursday for Thursday Night Football. And so for this game, I'm seeing here, I'm going to go with the Jets. The Jaguars are doing very well. You have to be very brief to bet against them right now, but they're doing very well. But I'm going to take the New York Jets because they're at home and I expect them to handle business. So the New York Jets to win. In terms of spread, I'm going with New York Jets also at minus 2.5. And in terms of total points, I'm saying here that we should have over 38 points, I do believe, 38.5 points. So let's recap my predictions for Jaguars versus Jets. I'm expecting the New York Jets to win here at $1.90. And in terms of spread, I'm going with the New York Jets at minus 2.5, and that's $2.10. That's really nice. In terms of total points, I'm saying here we should have over 38.5 points in this game, and that's $1.95 if that does happen. And then we're going to jump on from this game here into Saturday football. So this is like college game day, yeah. A whole list of games on Saturday, yeah. And so we're going to start with the Falcons versus the Ravens. And for the Falcons versus the Ravens, I'm going to take the Ravens to handle business, even though they haven't been themselves since Lamar has gone injured. But I'm going to take them to handle business here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens come up and surprise them though. But I'm going to take the Falcons, wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons come and surprise the Ravens. That's what I should have said. Yeah. But I'm going to go with the Ravens to win here. The Ravens to win. In terms of a spread, I'm going to go with a small one. And I'm going to go with minus 3.5 for the Ravens. And in terms of total points, I'm saying here we should have, I believe we're going to have under 44 points in this game. I'm just going to go with here under 41.5 points. Alright, so recapping predictions for Falcons versus Ravens. I'm expecting the Baltimore Ravens to win here at $1.30. In terms of a spread, I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens as well, minus 3.5, and that's $1.50. In terms of total points, I'm saying we should have under 41.5 points, and that's $1.50 as well. Alright, so those are my predictions for the Falcons versus the Ravens. Now we're going to move right along on to the Detroit Lions versus the Carolina Panthers. And for this game now, I'm expecting here the Panthers to handle business. Yeah, the Panthers to handle business. Yes, I'm taking the Panthers to win. I think it's anybody's game, but I'm going to go with the Panthers to win this one. So the Panthers to win for me. In terms of spread, I'm going to take the Panthers at plus 2.5. And in terms of total points, I'm going to say here we should have under 45 points in this game, I do believe. So I'm going to go with under 44.5. Alright, so recapping predictions for the Lions versus the Panthers. I'm expecting the Panthers to win here at $2.20. And in terms of a spread, I'm going to take the Panthers at plus 2.5, and that's $1.95. In terms of total points, I'm going to say here we should have under 44.5 points, and that's $1.80. Alright, so gentle folks, those are my predictions for the Lions versus the Panthers, and then we're gonna move right along into the next game, and the next game will be the Buffalo Bills versus the Chicago Bears. Yeah, and so for this game, so I'm gonna take the Bills to win. Yeah, I guess I'm always say that's a given. I'm gonna take the Bills to win. Yeah, but don't count the Bears out. Yeah, they have been doing pretty well. They just haven't been getting the wins. Too many wins of late, but they have been doing pretty well. But I'm gonna, as I said, I'm taking the Bills to win here. The Bills to win at $1.25. In terms of a spread, I'm gonna go with the Bills at minus 6.5, and in terms of total points, I believe here we should have over 40.5 points. So recapping predictions for the Bills versus the Bears. I'm expecting the Bills to win here at $1.25. In terms of spread, I'm going to take the Bills at minus 6.5, and that's $1.60 in terms of the odds. And in terms of total points, I'm saying we should have over 40.5 points here, and that's $1.90 if that does happen. All right, so let's move right along into our next game, and our next game will be the Saints versus the Browns. And for this game now, I'm expecting here that I'm going to give the Saints the edge. Wouldn't be surprised if the Browns take it too. I'm going to pass the Browns at home. So I'm going to give the Saints the edge here, the Saints to win. And in terms of spread, I'm going to go with plus 3.5. And in terms of total points, I'm saying here we should have over 31 points in this game, I do believe. So over 31.5 points. Alright, so let's recap here now for the Saints versus the Browns. I'm expecting the Saints to win here at $2.30. Yes, that really lovely odds. And in terms of spread, I'm taking the Saints as well at plus 3.5, and that's $1.83. In terms of total points, I'm saying we're going to have over 31.5 points in this game, I do believe, and that's $1.87 if that does happen. Alright, so let's move along to the next game, and the next game will be the Seattle Seahawks versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And for this game now, I'm expecting here I'm going to go way out on the limb here. I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks to win this one. Way out on the limb. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks to win here. So the Seahawks to win. And in terms of a spread, I'm going to take the Seahawks at let's see here. I'm going to take the Seahawks at 5.5, yeah. And in terms of total points, I'm saying here that we should have over, I believe we're going to have over 45.5. So recapping predictions for your Seattle Seahawks versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs being the home team here at Arrowhead. Yes, I am saying that the Seattle Seahawks are going to beat them. Yes, Seattle Seahawks to win at $4.50. And in terms of a spread, the Seattle Seahawks also, I'm taking it plus 5.5, and that's $2.50. In terms of total points, I believe we're going to have over 45.5 points in this game, and that's $1.60, gentle folks. Alright, so those are my predictions for the Seattle Seahawks versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I hope you're taking a note, gentle folks. And if I'm giving you some value here, I'm asking you to subscribe to the channel before you leave, and also hit the notification bell whenever you subscribe. Let's move right along into our next game, and our next game will be the New York Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings. And for this game now, I'm going to go with the Vikings to win. I was tempted to take the Giants to win though, because Giants are capable of doing that, but I'm going to go with the Vikings, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants beat them. So the Vikings to win for me here at $1.60. In terms of a spread, I'm going to go with the Vikings at minus 3.5. And in terms of total points here, I'm going to say here we should have under 48 points in this game, I do believe. So I'm going to go with under 47.5 points. Yeah, so recapping predictions for the Giants versus the Vikings. I'm expecting the Vikings to win at $1.60. In terms of the spread, I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings at minus 3.5, and that's $1.95. And in terms of total points, I'm saying we should have under 47.5 points, and that's $1.95. Alright, if that does happen, so we're going to move along from Giants versus Vikings to the Bengals versus the Patriots, and this one is an interesting matchup. I think this is anyone's game, and the Patriots are very capable of taking this win, hence the reason why I'm going to go with the Patriots to win here. But as I said, the Bengals are never out of it. They could come and take it, the other favorites here, but I'm going to go with the Patriots to win. Alright, bring them on there at home and all of that jazz, and I'm expecting them. The Patriots, they've been having some close losses. They've lost the last couple of games by about a score and a half, 2 scores, yeah, so they were in it. It's not like they were blown out, and it's one of the reasons why I'm confident in taking them to win here at home. So for me, the Bengals versus the Patriots, I'm taking the Patriots to win, and in terms of a spread, I'm going to go with plus 3.5, and in terms of total points here, I'm going to say here we should have over 41 points in this. So I'm going to go here, and we're going to have over 40.5 points. Yeah. So recapping predictions for the Bengals versus the Patriots, I'm expecting the Patriots to win here at $2.50. In terms of spread, I'm going with the Patriots also at a plus 3.5, and that's $1.90. In terms of total points, I'm saying here we should the Patriots. This game should end over 40.5 points, and that's $1.80. Alright, so those are my predictions for this specific game, and now we're going to move right along to the Texans versus the Titans and the clash of the T's here. And so for this particular game now, I am for this game I'm expecting here this is I'm not going to say this is anybody the game. I really do expect the Titans to take this one, the Titans to win here. For me, that is the Titans to win. In terms of a spread, I'm going to go with the Titans here as well, and I'm going to go with minus 5.5. In terms of total points, I believe we should have over 36 points in this game. So let's see here. We should have over 36, so we're going to go with 35.5. Alright, so recapping predictions for the Texans versus Titans. I'm expecting the Titans to win at $1.44. In terms of a spread, I'm taking the Titans as well at minus 5.5, and that's $1.90. In terms of total points, I'm saying we should have over 35.5 points, and that's $1.71 if that does happen. Alright, so those are my predictions for the Texans versus the Titans, and now we're going to move on over to the Commanders versus the 49ers. And for this particular game here, I'm expecting the San Francisco 49ers to handle business here. The 49ers to win for me. In terms of a spread, I'm going to take the 49ers at minus 6.5. In terms of total points, I believe we should have over 40 points in this game. And so hence the reason why I'm going to go with 39.5. So recapping predictions for the Commanders versus the 49ers, I'm expecting the San Francisco 49ers to win here at $1.30. In terms of spread, I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers at minus 6.5, and that's $1.83. In terms of total points, I'm saying we should have over 39.5 points in this game, and that's $1.90. Alright, so that's how the cookie crumbles for the Commanders versus the 49ers, and let's move on to our next game. And the next game here is the Eagles versus the Cowboys, the high-flying Eagles. This one should be an interesting matchup. I think this is going to be one of the best games coming Saturday, and I think this is one that we should set or put on our reminders to watch. Yeah, this game is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. But for this game now, let's jump straight into it. The predictions, that is, I'm going to take the Cowboys to win here. Actually, they're the favorites. I'm a bit surprised. They're the favorites. But this is anybody's game, to be honest, especially what happened in the last game with the Cowboys. And when you look at how high the Eagle has been flying all season, you know what I mean? The Eagle has flown some high heights this season. And so, but they're having some issues with their quarterback. Their quarterback is questionable for the game on Saturday, but you never know. Alright, but I'm going with the Cowboys as well to win. Cowboys to win here. And in terms of spread, I'm going to go here with I'm going to go with minus 4.5. In terms of total points here, I do believe that we're going to have under 46 points in this game, I believe, and so I'm going to go with under 45.5. So recapping predictions for the Eagles versus the Cowboys, I'm expecting the Cowboys to win at $1.44. In terms of the spread, I'm taking the Cowboys at minus 4.5, and that's $1.87. In terms of total points, I'm saying we should have under 45.5 points for this game, and that's $1.95 if we do end up under 45.5 points. Right, so those are my predictions for the Eagles versus the Cowboys, and this is the match to watch over the weekend. Yeah, and the next game is the Raiders versus the Steelers, and this is going to be an interesting matchup too. I think this is anybody's game, to be honest with you, this particular game. And so therefore, but for me, I'm going to go with the Raiders to handle business here. And in terms of a spread, I'm going to go with the Raiders also at plus 2.5. And in terms of total points, I'm going to take here as well. I think we should have over 40 points in this game. So I'm going to say we should have over 39.5 points. Yes, here we are. And so let's go ahead and recap predictions for the Raiders versus the Steelers. I'm expecting the Raiders to win at $2.20. Really lovely odds. And in terms of a spread, I'm also taking the Raiders at plus 2.5, and that's $1.95. Alright, in terms of total points, I believe we should have over 39.5 points in this particular game. and that's $2 in terms of the odds. So those are really lovely odds for this particular game for the choices that we have here that I have selected for you guys. Alright, so I hope you're taking the notes again, and remember to subscribe to my channel, and thank you for your support as well. Let's jump on to the next game, and we're going to jump on over to Sunday football, what we're used to. Yes, and for Sunday we're going to start with the Green Bay Packers versus the Miami Dolphins, and for this game I'm going here with the Dolphins to win. Packers are capable of upsetting the apple cart, but the Dolphins, they have been doing well at home all season, and so I'm gonna take them to do well here at home again. Alright, so the Dolphins to win for me. In terms of a spread, I'm going to go with the Dolphins at -4.5. In terms of total points, I'm saying here that we should have under 50 points. I do believe we should have under 50 points based on my research. And so under 50 points, 49.5. So let's recap predictions for the Packers versus Dolphins. Alright, so I'm expecting Dolphins to win here at $1.50. In terms of a spread, I'm taking the Dolphins at -4.5, and that's $1.95. In terms of total points, I'm saying here we should have under 49.5 points for this particular game, and that's $1.87. Alright, so those are my predictions for the Packers versus the Dolphins, and now we're going to skedaddle on over to the Broncos versus the Rams, and both teams are out of contention for the playoffs for this season, and so this one might just be playing for pride, I would say. And so let's see how the cookie crumbles in this game. For me, I'm going to go with the Broncos to take them here. The Broncos, I think they're defensively, they might be a little bit better than the Rams. A little bit better. They're a little bit they have been a little bit stingier than the Rams this season. So hence the reason why I'm taking the Broncos to win here. Yeah. Russell Wilson is questionable. Not sure if he'll play, but I'm taking the Broncos to win here. Not that they've been doing great things with Russell this season, but anyways. So I'm taking the Broncos to win. In terms of a spread, I'm also going with the Broncos at -2.5. And in terms of total points, I believe here we should have under 44 points for this particular game. I strongly believe we should have under 44 points. Well, not seeing that right now. Not seeing 44 points. I only have 41 here, so I'm going to go with 41. Yeah, but if on your site that you're using, if you're not using Betway, if you have 44 points, if you have under 44 points, then that's what I'll be going with. Yeah. So recapping predictions for the Broncos versus the Rams, I'm taking the Broncos to win here at $1.80. In terms of a spread, I'm also going with the Broncos at -2.5, and that's $1.95. In terms of total points, I'm saying we should have under 40.5 points, and that's $1.44. Yeah. Originally, I wanted under 44 points, but that's not available here on Betway as yet. Yeah. But let's move right along into the next game, and this is our Sunday night football game. The Buccaneers still in consideration, and so if they need to win this one to continue to shore up things, though, otherwise it's gonna be very tough for them. Yeah. Alright then, so for this particular game, I'm going to bear in mind that the Bucs are still in consideration. I think they're going to push and find the win, so I'm going to go with the Buccaneers to win here, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. And in terms of spread, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers as well, and that's at -6.5. And in terms of total points, I'm saying here that we should have over 40 points in this game. And so let's see here. Yes, over 40.5. Alright then. So recapping predictions for the Buccaneers versus the Cardinals. I'm expecting Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win here at $1.38. In terms of spread, I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well at -6.5, and that's $1.95. In terms of total points, I'm going with over 40.5 points for this game, and that's $1.83, gentle folks. Yeah, so those are my predictions for the Buccaneers versus the Cardinals, and that's how the cookie crumbles for these guys. So let's move along and check out our final game for this game week 16 in the NFL, heading closer to the end of the season. Alright, and so for this Monday night game now, the LA Chargers versus the Indianapolis Colts. For this particular game, I think this is going to be a toss-up. It's going to be a toss-up somewhat. It's going to be an interesting one. The Chargers still up for playoffs. Yeah, the Colts they're out of it, but I think they're going to challenge the Chargers here. I think it's going to be an interesting one, and hence the reason why I have something in the back of my head just telling me that the Colts are going to pull this one off. But yeah, hence the reason why I'm going with the Colts to win. The Colts to win this one, and in terms of total points, not total points, the spread, I'm going to take the Colts here at plus 4.5, and in terms of total points, I believe we should have over 44 points in this game. So let's scroll through the list here and see if yes, here we are, over 40, no, here we are, better yet, here we are, yeah, over 44 points, so that's 43.5, yeah, in terms of spread, no points at this. Alright, so recapping predictions for the Chargers versus the Colts. I'm expecting the Colts to win here, $2.65. In terms of a spread, I'm taking the Colts as well at a plus of 4.5, and that's $1.87. In terms of total points, I'm saying here we should have over 43.5 points, and that's $1.60. Alright, so gentle folks, so that's how the cookie crumbles this week for your NFL predictions. I hope you took notes, and as usual, I thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing as well, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed as yet. Ensure that you click the notification bell whenever you do so. Alright then, gentle people, happy betting, happy winnings, and as usual, I'll say whenever you're making a betting slip, ensure you don't put more than 3 or 5 predictions per slip. The less predictions you have per slip, the more likely you are to win. And so, thank you for joining me, and have a great weekend. Thanks.